Hello, and welcome to Top 10 Features of PathWave ADS 2021. In this video series, we are looking at all the new and great enhancements done in the latest ADS release. This video is on RapidScan-Z0. This new capability in ADS latest release allows you to quickly detect errors in the layout or the stack up. You can run hundreds of nets and analyze its impedance and length in a matter of few seconds. It will also allow you to inspect individual sections of the signal net so that you never miss a signal net impedance and send your board to the next phase of design with confidence. Let's take a quick look at how to use this utility and how fast and easy it is to select bunch of nets and run an initial analysis. Please note this capability is not a replacement for your full wave electromagnetic simulation, but a quick way to get an initial assessment of what to expect from the traces in terms of impedance over various sections. So let's take a look. In present example, I have imported a layout file into ADS, and this layout file is a Cadence Allegro PRD file provided by Xilinx. And I hope you know that in ADS you could import design. You can either directly import a whole .brd file or ODB++ file produced by a variety of PCB tools. Once the layout is imported into ADS, I can inspect the layout design in the layout window, and then I can switch on SI or PI Pro using this icon. And this entire design gets loaded into SI and PI analysis environment. Now, once I have all the nets and along with the rest of the stack up parameters in the analysis window, before I go and perform a full-blown SI analysis, I would just like to make sure my stack up is correct, my trace impedances are correct, at least from a prima facie or the initial 2D kind of analysis. I can go to the nets and I can filter out bunch of nets. Like in this case, I know this board has plenty of DQ or DDR interfaces. So I can pick up this DQ lanes. As you can see, I'm picking 64 traces. And if I switch off the component view and put rest of the layers into wireframe mode, I can look at all the nets, or even I can hide all the conductors. So these are bunch of traces which I just picked up. And I would like to get a first cut analysis of what impedance to expect from these traces. I could simply right click, go to rapid scan and analyze the transmission. I can also edit the differential pair and do differential pair analysis. But in this case, these are all DQ lanes and they get analyzed. And you can see how fast this tool analyzes all the nets for me. And it lists down the table here. Now here I can see the characteristic impedance of the longest section of my trace because that's what going to dominate the overall impedance of the nets we have. I can set my own Z0 reference. So as these are DQ nets, I know the reference will be 33 ohm. And then we can also set upper and lower tolerance. If they are meeting the impedance spec within the tolerance, you will see the color as green. In case you are missing the upper tolerance, you will find that trace to be denoted as a reddish color. Anything which is missing the lower tolerance will be denoted by the blue. And I can see here I only have one violation, which is on the upper tolerance. And these color combinations you can select as your own. You can go to view, specify visualization color, and you can set your own favorite colors here to denote what's passing, what's failing on the lower than the specification, what's failing at the higher than the specifications. All those choices are yours. Now, once I have this net which is failing, and if I would like to understand it in more detail, I can click on that. Then this tool breaks it down to individual section and show you the characteristic impedance of all individual sections of the traces, along with the length, width, the layer on which they are routed primarily, the start XY coordinates and the end XY coordinates, and also the return path which these traces are or these sections are referring to. So pretty a decent analysis in a very short amount of time. Now, if I go back to my GUI window here, and if I switch off everything, and if I just enable this particular net and I would like to see the net here on the GUI window. I just enable that and go back. And here you can see this same net with a different color coding in matching the details here in the table. The red is where I am missing the upper tolerance, and you can see that is the section which has the higher impedance. That's the passing section, and then you have another section which is missing the impedance criteria here. So very quick way. Now, if you are working with, especially with memory design or parallel interfaces, you can pick bunch of nets which you would like to test. And once you select multiple nets here, you will see the skew between all the nets with one of them acting as a reference. And in this case, it's DQ. Once you do this quick analysis within matter of few seconds, even if you have loaded hundreds of traces for your board, you get a very quick assessment if everything is okay or not. Once you decide that everything is okay or not okay, and you would like to do a full accuracy, full wave EM simulation, then you can simply use all the power of SI Pro, selecting your nets, creating an analysis. Like in this case, I have a DDR analysis for a byteling along with DQS, perform a simulation, and then look at the S parameter results of those nets. Find out very quickly the near end crosstalk and far end crosstalk. For example, from the port 1, if I just simply right click, I can plot all the near end crosstalks. Or let me remove all the plots. I can pick any other net. I can right click and say plot far and crosstalk. So this tool makes it very simple for people to analyze, a large amount of nets and look at the results in a very user friendly manner. And once you're done, you can always create a subcircuit, go back to ADS schematic, stitch the whole end-to-end system design, may it be for DDR memories or SerDes kind of channels, finishing the end-to-end simulation and look at the eye diagram and other quality matrix. So that's all for this video. Hope you like this new capability and would like to give it a try for one of your designs and enjoy this new feature, which comes absolutely free of cost as long as you have the SI Pro license inside your ADS bundle. Thanks a lot for your time and attention.